This video demonstrates how to complete a conversion on a tubeless-ready wheel. This conversion method will work with most, but not all tubeless-ready systems. Check the labels of your rim and tire for an indication of tubeless compatibility. What you'll need to convert your wheels: isopropyl alcohol, tubeless tape, tubeless valves, an awl, screwdriver, or X-Acto knife, round file, scissors, clean rags, sealant, and an air compressor or floor pump. You will want to start with a clean rim. After removing any factory-installed tape or rim strip, clean your rim using isopropyl alcohol or a similar residue-free cleaner. After allowing the rim to dry, select the appropriate width tape for your rim. We recommend using tape that is 1 to 2 millimeters wider than the internal width of your rim. This will ensure full coverage and account for the depth of the drop channel. Begin taping the rim opposite the valve, overlapping your tape at the weld of the rim. Do not begin taping at the valve hole, as excess tape at the valve can create a poor seal. You will want to install the tape in segments, being sure to pull firmly on the tape. At the end, overlap the tape 3 to 4 inches. Smooth out the tape to ensure good adhesion and to eliminate any bubbles. We find that using a clean rag helps when smoothing out the tape. Most rims not utilizing our patented BST design may require more than one layer of tape to create a secure seal with the rim and to prevent burping of air pressure. After taping the rim, poke a hole in your tape at the valve hole using an awl, X-Acto knife, or small screwdriver, being careful not to split the tape radially. Use a round file to remove excess tape around the valve hole. Install your tubeless valve. The valve nut should only be finger tight. Do not use a tool to over-tighten the nut. Now that your tape and valve are installed, it's time to install your tire. Install the first bead, lining up the hot patch with the valve. I prefer the hot patch with the tire's information at the valve. Next, install the second bead. Be sure to start opposite the valve. This may seem counter from the way you've learned to install tires, but doing so gives more slack in the tire because the valve stopper is not holding the bead out of the drop channel. Before you finish installing your tire, add your sealant. The amount used will depend on the size of the tire and whether or not the tire has been previously used tubeless. A new tire will require slightly more sealant to initially seal the imperfections in the casing. Some tires may be more porous than others. Now that you've added your sealant, rotate the tire to move the sealant to the closed side and finish installing the bead. Now that your tire is installed, soap the bead either using a bucket and brush or a spray bottle. Soaping the bead allows the bead to move from the drop channel to the bead seat more easily. Soapy water will not affect the efficacy of the sealant. Now, air up your tire. Be sure not to exceed 45 psi when doing so. Check the chafer strip and molded concentric line just above the bead of the tire to make sure that it has seated evenly. If your tire doesn't seat completely right away, set it aside for a few minutes. Most tires will slide into place if left at pressure. Shake and bounce your wheel to distribute the sealant. We also recommend laying the wheel on each side to help seal porous sidewalls. Once sealed, you're ready to ride. If your tire isn't holding consistent pressure, additional sealant may be required. Consult our troubleshooting guide for tips on those extra tough conversions.